Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In the last video, we have seen the TCS interview question for the round 2 and I covered interview question up to a priority in the test NG and today's video we are discuss the question from this question. So in the last video, I have covered all this question. If you didn't see this video, so please go and see this previous video. So in the today's video, we are discuss the TCS interview question for the round 2, and the first question is which report you are using in your framework. So guys, in the Selenium automation framework, we use different type of report to track the execution result, identify the failure, and analyze the test rate. So there are the different report like extent report, test engine report, log4j report, Jenkins report, and the Allure report. So in the interview, we have to explain like that in our Selenium automation framework, we use a different type of report for a better test execution analysis and the debugging. Then we have to tell them the report that we have used like extend report. So in the extend report, we integrate extend report in our framework to generate the detail and the visually appealing HTML report. Extend report provide a stepwise execution detail, screenshot for field test cases, and the log for better debugging. And in my project, I customize the extend report to include test case status, execution time, browser detail, and the log for the better readability. So we have to explain like that. Means first we have to explain that what report we have using, what report purpose is, so and how we use this report in our automation framework. So we have to explain like that. So first I covered that what is extend report. So extend report means we have to first integrated extend report in our framework to generate detail at the visually appealing HTML report. So extend report provide a step-by execution. Also uh, we have attached a screenshot by using extend report. Also we have a means extend report produce a log for the better debugging. So and next is a test engine report. So test engine report means we use a why we use a test engine report. So test engine provide a default HTML and XML report. Means in extend report we there is a better visual appearance as compared to test engine report. So we use extend report. As we say about the test engine report, so test engine is a simple test engine report when it is a simple report which provide a HTML and XML report. Test engine report gives information about pass, fail, skip test cases along with its execution time. And so we have to explain like that in our framework. We enhance test engine report by integrating the iReporter and the iTest listener interface to log additional data. Then there is a log4j logging. Log4j logging means along with the report we use log4j for logging the test execution detail. So if the interviewer asks why you are using the log4j, so we use log4j for logging the test execution detail because it helps in the debugging failure by logging each step in a different log level. Log level means there is a different level like info, debug, error, etc. Then there is a Jenkins report. Jenkins report means uh, hence, we run our test in the CI/CD pipeline using Jenkins. We analyze Jenkins HTML report and console log. We also publish extend Allure report in Jenkins for tracking automation result in overtime. And the last report is the Allure report. Allure report means we use Allure report for a more informed, interactive and a detailed view of the test execution. Allure report provide a real-time execution status, screenshot, log, and the step-by execution detail. So we have to explain like that in our previous project. I configured Allure report with Maven and a test engine to generate execution history data. In this way, we have to explain which report we are using in our framework. I hope guys you understand this question. Now moving to the next question. So next question is difference between scenario and the scenario outline in Cucumber BDD. This question is related to the BDD. So we will see this question's answer. First we see in Cucumber BDD both scenario and the scenario outline are used to define the test cases. Means first we have seen what is scenario and the scenario outline. So scenario is used to define a single test cases with a fixed data, and the scenario outline means when the same scenario need to be executed multiple times with a different test data, that time we use the scenario. So guys, हमें ये तो पता हो गया है कि scenario and the scenario outline are used to define the test cases. But when we have to work with a single test cases, that time we use the scenario. And when we have to uh, need a multiple data with a multiple set, that time we use the scenario outline. So in the scenario, parameterization not possible because value are directly written inside the step. But in scenario outline, we can use the parameterization. And execution wise, scenario run only once as per feature file, but scenario outline run multiple times. When we write a test cases, we use a keyword scenario in the scenario concept, and we use the scenario outline in the scenario concept. So, and now we see when to use scenario and when to use scenario outline. So use scenario when we need a single test cases with a fixed data, and use a scenario outline when we want to run a same test with a multiple set of data. In this way, we have to explain the difference between scenario and the scenario outline. So moving to the next question. The next question is how to explain your Selenium framework in an interview. Guys, this is the most important question. Most very MP important question regarding interview, because ये question पूछने वाले हैं interviewer, because this is the most important question. राउंड वन में भी पूछ सकते हैं और राउंड टू में भी पूछ सकते हैं. सो इसको कैसे एक्सप्लेन करना है? फर्स्ट आई विल टेल यू स्टेप बाय step explanations of your framework. So when explaining your framework, follow the structure like introduction means what type of framework you are using, what are the main component of your project structure, which tool libraries you are integrated, how was your text execution flow, which reporting mechanism you are used, um, did you use CI/CD integrations? What mechanisms are in place for failing handling? And at the last, I will tell you a conclusion. It is a short story of your answer. So let's begin. So first, in the introduction section, we have to explain our type of the framework. So like that, in my project, we use a hybrid automation framework which combine the benefit of the data-driven, keyword-driven, and the page object model. So this framework is designed to be scalable, reusable, and the maintainable. Type of framework which we use in our project. So data driven framework means if your test fetch the data from the Excel, JSON or the database, so that time we have to say that I have used the data driven framework. If the test cases are driven by the keyword like login, click, enter test, that time we have to explain the keyword driven framework. And guys, all you know about the POM means page object model. If you are separating test logic from the UI element for better maintainability, means you are using the page object model. And now the question is, what is hybrid framework? So hybrid framework means if your framework combine the data driven page object model and keyword driven concept in a project, so you are using the hybrid framework. So how you have to explain in the interview? We have implemented hybrid framework where we use the page object model for maintainability, data-driven testing using Apache POI, and extend report for the test reporting. Our test execution is managed using TestNG and the Maven, and we have CI/CD integration with Jenkins. So how to start like this? Here you have to start. Then you have to explain hybrid framework, page object model, and which reporting you are used. Then moving to the project structure. So explain the project structure uh, to your interview. यहाँ पे आप वाइट बोर्ड पे भी एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं अब इंटरव्यूअर को, जो ज़्यादा समझ उसको समझेगा, बेटर बेटर वे से उसको समझेगा, वो वे आप यूज़ कर सकते हैं. So in this way, like project name, these are the package name, these are the pages, classes, package, again report, logs, form.xml. In this way, you have to explain the step-by-step structure. Then how to explain it in the interview means ये कैसे इंटरव्यू में एक्सप्लेन करना है ये हम देखेंगे. Like we follow the page object model means form structure where each page has a separate class containing web element and their corresponding action. So we also have a dedicated utils package for common reusable function like taking screenshot, handling drop, reading Excel data, and logging execution step. Next point is which tool and technology you have used. So our framework integrate multiple tools for the different functionality. So in our project, we have used Selenium WebDriver, Java, TestNG, Maven, Apache POI, Extend Report, Log4j. So this concept, how to explain this concept in the interview. So you follow this structure. For managing dependency, we use the Maven, and for executing test cases, we use the TestNG. We fetch the state test data from Excel using Apache POI, and for logging purposes we use the Log4j. Also, we generate the report using Extend Report, and the entire framework is integrated with Jenkins for the scheduled execution in the CI/CD pipeline. Next point is the text execution flow. So you all know what is meant by the text execution flow. Like text execution start by running the testng.xml. First, after writing the test script, means after writing the any automation test script, first we have to execute a testng.xml file. Then driver manager initialize the WebDriver based on the config.properties file. Then the test cases call the corresponding page object method. Then data is fetched from the Excel or the database, any library that you have used. Then action are performed on the UI using Selenium WebDriver. Then assertion are performed, and if any test cases frame, the screenshot is captured. Execution log are covered, saved in the log4j, and the test results are published in the Jenkins if executed in the CI/CD. So now how to explain this in the interview. Now we see. So when we execute the test engine read the test cases, initialize the WebDriver using driver manager, and call the appropriate page object model method. Data-driven testing test fetch the value from the Excel file using Apache POI, and the test result are logged using Log4j and the extend report. Finally, execution is triggered in the Jenkins for the scheduler. Then next point is a reporting mechanism. So reporting mechanism means which reporting you use in your project. So different type of report like extend report, LUR report, test engine report, Jenkins report. So how to explain this reporting mechanism in interview? Like that, after execution, extend report provide a stepwise HTML summary including screenshot for the failed test cases. We also integrated LUR report for the interactive test result tracking. If a test fails, the exact step is logged using log4j for the debugging. Then there is a CI/CD integration. So CI/CD integration means continuous integration and the continuous deployment. For this integration, we use the Jenkins tool. So tests are scheduled in the Jenkins as a nightly job. Maven command MP and test are used to trigger the execution. Report are generated and the published in Jenkins. Notification are sent via email on the test completion. So how to explain this point in an interview? Our framework is integrated with Jenkins where we run the test using Maven command. After execution, the results are automatically published in Jenkins and the notification is sent to the team. So final answer will be like that. We have a hybrid framework based on the Selenium WebDriver Java Test Engine A1. We follow a page object model for the maintainability and use the data-driven testing for flexibility and the generate report using extend report for the log4j. Our framework is integrated with Jenkins for a CI/CD execution and making it scalable, efficient for the large-scale automation. So guys, in this way you have to explain this question in the interviewer. This is the most important question. So guys, अगर इस तरह से आप इंटरव्यू को एक्सप्लेन करोगे तो वो ज़्यादा बेटर होगा. Like that. Now moving to the next question, and the next question is, what are the tags in the cucumber? So tag in the cucumber BDD are used to categorize, filter and the control the executions of the test scenario. Tag help in the running specific test cases based on the requirement. So syntax of the tags means we use @ symbol before the feature scenario and the scenario outline. We can apply a multiple tag to a scenario. Advantage of tag means we can run only the required test cases instead of the full suite, and we can easily categorize tests into the different test cases. Also, we can run the different tag test cases on the different environment. So, how to explain this question in the interview? Like that means tag in the cucumber are used to categorize and selectively execute in the test scenario. We define the tag using @ symbol before scenario or the feature. In our project, we use the tag like @smoke, @regression, and sanity to organize our test cases. We execute the specific test by passing the in the tag cucumber option or running them from the command line using Maven. And these help in executing only relevant test cases and integrating with the Jenkins for the CI/CD integration. Now move to the next question. So next question is, how do you manage the test data in your framework? So let's see its answer. So in our automation framework, we manage the test data using multiple approaches depending on the requirement. So we use external file like Excel, means Apache POI, JSON, property file and a database to separate the test data from the test script. This help in making the framework flexible, reusable and the maintainable. We also implement a data-driven testing approach using test engine data provider or the Cucumber scenario outline with example. So in this way we have to explain this question answer. So if the interviewer asks what are the different ways to manage the test data, so one is using Excel file, Apache POI, then using property file means it can store the key value pairs. So after that, using JSON file we can manage the test data. Then using database for the test data means we have to integrate the JDBC connections like that. Also we can use the test engine and direct data provider. So you have to explain this answer in this way. The next question is difference between the abstract class and the interface. So you are know what is abstract class and the what is interface. So first we will first I will tell you the difference between the class or the interface. Then we need to use abstract class, we need to use interface. Then also explain how to explain this question in the interview. So first we see the difference. So difference between abstract class and the interface means abstract class can have both abstract and the concrete method, but in the case of the interface means before Java 8 only abstract method is present in the interface, but after Java 8 interface can have a default and the static method also. As a in the abstract class can have an instance variable, but interface can have a public static final variable means constant variable. Abstract class allow the constructor, but interface does not allow the constructor. abstract class support a single inheritance, means it extend one class, but interface support multiple inheritance. Method abstract class method can be public, private, protected, default, but method in the interface are the public by default. So when to use abstract class and when to use uh, interface. So use abstract class when we need to share a common behavior among the related class. Also, we have a some implemented method that subclass should not should inherit, and we need an instance variable and a constructor. In this condition, we use the abstract class. So when use the interface use when we need to define a contract for the multiple classes. We can only need a method signature without implementation, and we use interface when we need a multiple inheritance. So uh, in an interview, we have to tell the answer like that. An abstract class is used when we want to share the common behavior among the related classes, while interface is used to define the contract for the multiple classes. Abstract classes can have both concrete and the abstract method, whereas the interface only had an abstract method before the Java 8, but now it supports a default and the static method. Abstract class allow a instance variable and the constructor, while interface only allow a constant. In Java, multiple inheritance is achieved using interface, as a class can implement multiple interface but extend only one abstract class. So in this way, we have to explain the difference between the abstract class and the interface. So for that single question, there is a multiple question form, like can abstract class implement the interface, can interface extend the another interface. So first we see the first question. So can abstract class implement interface? So its answer yes, abstract class can implement the interface, but it does not have to implement all method of the interface. And the next question is, can interface extend another interface? So yes, definitely an interface can extend the another interface using extend keyword. Now moving to the next question, and the next question is related to the coding question. And the coding question is Java code to reverse a string, and some question was asked like array manipulation. Now we see the reverse string program, Java program. So reverse string program means we see the reverse string program by the iterative approach. So we use the loop to traverse the string from the last character to the first and build a reverse string. So first start from the last character of the string, and for the last character from the string we use the -1, means we start from the last character from the string. Then it will iterate one by one like that. Our string is hello. So first it will go O, then L, L, then it will go to the E, and last it will go to the H. In this case, loop will iterate from the last character to the first character, and it will append each character to the new string, and it continue until the first character is reached, and then it will print the reverse string. It will return reverse, then it will go to the this. Now moving to the next question. The question was the question from the hash map and the hash set. So आप प्रिपरेशन करते समय व्हाट इज हैश मैप, व्हाट इज हैश सेट, डिफरेंट बिटवीन हैश मैप, हैश सेट, ये क्वेश्चन सब कर लेना. नाउ मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एंड द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज डिफरेंट बिटवीन द array and the array list. So array and the array list are both used to store the multiple element, but they have a significant difference in terms of size, flexibility, and the functionality. So we see the one by one. So size wise, array is a fixed and the array list is a dynamic. Memory efficiency means array use a less memory as it is fixed size structure, but array list use a more memory due to resizing. Array cannot be resized once created. but array list can be grow automatically when elements are added. As we use a data type means we can store the both primitive, that is int, char, and the object in the array, but we can store only object in the array list. No built-in method is present in the array. There is a built-in method like add, remove, contains method present in the array list. So uses means when the number of element is fixed, that time we use the array, and when we don't know the number of element, that time we use the array list. So in an interview, how to explain? So an array is a fixed data size structure that can store both primitive types and the object, whereas array list is a resizable collection that store only object. Array list provide built-in method for adding, removing, searching element, making it more flexible than the array because array don't have any inbuilt method. Array are memory efficient, faster for the direct element access. So in this way we have to explain this question different between the array and the array. Now moving to the next question, and the next question is what is collection in the Java? So guys, I have prepared the one notes which contain the 2000 plus interview question for the Selenium, uh, Java and the manual testing. I have gathered the question from the multiple platform like LinkedIn, Telegram and the WhatsApp channel and create a one note which contains Selenium interview question, Java interview question and the manual testing interview question, and I have tried to provide its answer in detail. And if you have these notes, I am giving my uh, profile detail in the description box and the comment box. Also I am sharing the notes link in the description box and the comment box. If you want this note, please go through this link and share the feedback of this note. Thank you. And the question was, what is collection in the Java? So in a Java, collection is a framework that provides architecture to store, manipulate, and manage a group of objects. So it is a part of the java.util package which include the interfaces and the classes like list, set, and the map. So collection is a group of objects stored in a single unit. It resizes dynamically, unlike array which have a fixed date. The Java collection framework provides a predefined data structure like alias list, hash set, and the map. It includes various operations like adding, removing, searching, sorting, and the iterating. Collection is a part of the java.util package. In an interview, we have to explain like this way. A collection in a Java is a framework that provides the various classes and interface to store and manipulate a group of objects. It includes the list, which is ordered to be and the duplicate alone, and the set, which has a unique element, queue, which has a first in first out structure, and the map, which has a key value pair. Java provide built-in implementation like array list, hash set, and the hash map to handle the data dynamically and the efficiently. In this way we have to explain this question. Now moving to the next question, and the next question is why string is immutable in Java. So string is immutable in Java for the security, performance, and the efficiency reason. It prevents the security, enable caching, ensure thread safety, and optimize the hash cost performance. And it avoid the unintended side effects. Java achieve immutability by making the string final and using the internal final character array. If mutability is required, string builder and the string buffer class should be used instead of the string. In this way, we have to explain the why string is immutable in the Java. The next question is difference between the collection and the collections. So let's see its answer. So basically, collection is an interface. Collection. I am talking about this. Collection is an interface in Java that provides a framework for storing and managing the group of objects, while the collections is a utility class that provides a static method to perform operations like sorting, searching, and the synchronization collection. So difference between means collection is an interface and collections is a utility class. Collection class is a utility class that provides a static method to perform the common operation like sorting, searching, and the synchronization. Collection means interface define the structure, while collection provide helpful method to work with the collection efficiently. The next question is difference between the string builder and the string buffer. So let's see its answer. So both string buffer and the string builder are used for the mutable string operation, meaning they are allowed for the modification of the string content without creating the new object. The key difference is that string buffer is a thread safe and the synchronized, making it slower, while string builder is not synchronized, making it faster and the more efficient for the single threaded application. In this way, we have to explain the difference between the string buffer and the string builder. String buffer is introduced Java 1.0 version and the string builder is introduced in the Java 5. So, in an interview, we have to explain this question like this. Both string buffer, string builder are mutable classes used to manipulate the string. The main difference is that string buffer is synchronized, thread safe, and the string builder is not synchronized, and the is a single-threaded application. If the thread safety is required, string buffer should be used, but for the better performance, we use the string builder. Now the next question is API code, and the guys, this question is for you. So you have to give the its answer in the comment box that what is the status code 400, 401, 20 and 200. And the next question is different between the put and the patch request in the API testing. So both put and the patch are used to update the resources in the REST API. The key difference is that put update the entire resources, replacing it completely, while patch partially update the specified field without modifying the all of the resources. In this way, we have to tell if the interviewer asks again in detail in the difference put or and the patch. So we have to explain like that. Put is used when we need to replace the entire resources requiring all field in the request. It is meaning multiple identical requests will have the same effect. On the other hand, patch is used for the partial update, modify only specific field without affecting the rest of the resources. If a field is omitted in the put, it is removed, and in patch it remains unchanged. Patch is more efficient when updating a new field. So when we say about the request type, so in the put, in multiple identical requests result in the same state, but in the patch not it will not repeated the request may cause the different result. The request body in the put require the complete object even if the only one field is updated, but in the request body for the patch require only the field that need to be the modified. So use cases means when we use put and when we use pat. So when replacing the entire resources, we use the put, and when we need the specific field, that time we use the patch. Now the moving to the last question. So the last question is the basic command like git add command. So git is a version control system used for to manage the code repository efficiency. Basic command like git add to stages changes, git commits to save changes, and git push to upload the changes to the remote repository. So guys, this question is for you. You have to tell the answer like means what is git add and what is git commit. Also we have to tell the answer API different API status codes. If you like my content, so do share, comment and like my channel and subscribe the channel. If you have any questions, so comment down in the comment box. And the guys, I have created the one note which contains the 2000 or 2500 plus interview question for the Selenium automation, Java and the manual testing. I have gathered this question from the multiple platform like LinkedIn, WhatsApp channel, Telegram channel, and I have tried to provide its answer to in the detail. So if you want these notes, I am giving the notes link in the comment box and the description box. So go through this link and share the feedback of these notes with me. Uh, Thank you for watching this video. In the next video, we will see the next interview question. So once again, thank you so much.